So, first game of round one, we're really lucky to be joined with Arjun Erigaisi. Thank you so much for joining us after a beautiful victory. Can you tell us a little bit about your game today and your victory today?
Yeah, generally this opening is supposed to be very solid for black, but I think this was a tricky novelty that was left, and he didn't really know queen d2, and after that black's part is quite tricky if not known.
I mean, jumping onto the opening, this is a game that you'd already played in the past, right, against Wei Yi. So you feel your opponent had perhaps prepared that opening specifically for you, tried to improve on it, but you had counter-prepared for their preparation.
No, I don't think he prepared specifically for me. Like he was taking time, so I think he was just taking time to recall his file, and yeah, like the game with Wei Yi, had it been classical, he would also have won King F8 because there's a fine tactical detail. The difference is like with King on E7, Queen C1, Queen A4, Knight B5, Queen E4, Bishop E2, Knight D4, there's Queen G5 check. So yeah, that was an Armageddon game, so there was no time to calculate all this. But here he could recall or even calculate even if he forgot. But yeah, the main position is after Queen D2. I think the most precise is to give Queen A1 check, but Queen A4 is quite natural in the sense after Queen C1, Black's move is Queen A4, so you would want to keep the same. But after F4, Black needs to know some details.
Yeah, and then you just, continued from there really nicely and just, had a really crushing, beautiful victory. I think it was pretty much tied up after 20 moves, couple of hours of play. So I don't know, how does it feel to get a win like that as well? Such a kind of strong, dominant victory as well.
Yeah, this was very nice. He played a line which he generally doesn't play. I still managed to out-prepare him, and also I found some critical moves after the preparation. I think Bishop D3 was important, and later after Queen B6, Rook F2 was important because if I played King H1, G6, this should still be better for me, but it wasn't that clear. But after Rook F2, if he goes G6, now I have Knight C4, King G7, Knight B6, Rook D2, Rook D2, and winning endgame.
And in round two as well, you also had some really nice victories as well, 2-0 against Petrov, another strong opponent. How does it feel to have that momentum as well, to kind of just have this string of victories at the moment? Quite a nice feeling?
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah, so far it worked out well, but I think it's still too early.
Yes, of course. You still have the game tomorrow as well, so still need to think about that. I mean, moving away from your games a little bit, already in this tournament, we've seen 5 of the top seeds eliminated quite early on. How does that kind of change the dynamic of the tournament to some extent?
Yeah, World Cup can always be unpredictable. I think everyone just has to think for themselves and try to survive.
Okay, so just think for yourself and, focus on your own path rather than anything else. Is there anything that you're kind of doing to kind of stay warm between the games or between the rounds, to keep your momentum?
Not particularly, no, just the usual preparation.
Sure. And do you think it's important as well, to have like the little break, if you can win it in the classical, to try and get the extra rest day rather than playing the tie breaks? Is that quite an important element, or?
This can be an enduring tournament, so it's good to have rest days, but it's not like you have to go all out in classical and try to finish it.
Sure, perfect. Makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this chat about your game and the tournament in general. Wishing you the best of luck for tomorrow and for the rest of the tournament. Thank you very much. Thank you.